friends of the Lucha Connection, this is your buddy Wildcat, and standing right here outside of the beautiful Boys and Girls Club in East LA, but we're standing here with my partner in crime, Miguel the Dude.
What's up, everybody?
And we have a special treat for you folks. We have the returning, he's returning to action, actually his second time, first official match, right?
Yes.
We have el señor Hector Canales. Hector.
Órale, ¿cómo están?
Hector, thank you very much for giving us the
Hey,
time.
thank you for having me.
It's actually great to see you back in action. You've been gone for how long?
6 months. Actually, it was 6 months ago today that I broke my clavicle, and you could see it right there.
We actually didn't think we were going to make a full comeback, a full recovery from this.
Well, I remember the day that I broke it, like it was 6 months ago. I remember sitting there and my arms just off to the side, and people were trying to telling me, what should we do? They're going all crazy and stuff. And I was able to keep my calm, even though I was the one with the bone almost sticking out. And whatever little move I would do, you could hear the other piece of bone, since there were jagged pieces, just scraping against the inside of my flesh, and I could hear it. You know how you could hear sometimes your own heartbeat or yourself breathing? Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, the drill and stuff. So I could hear the
grinding and all that.
Oh, it was the almost like slicing from the bone slicing the inside of my flesh. And I remember just being almost out of my body in a way, like being able to just concentrate and tell people, calm down, stay away from me, let me get some air, just step back a little.
Wow.
Step back. Can you please get my shoes? Because I went in there in jeans and dressy shoes because of the storyline that was going. The tights that I wore today are the tights I was supposed to wear for that match. And I remember 30 minutes before the show, I took the tights off, put my jeans on, and I said, after the match is done, I'm gonna grab my bag, throw it in my car, and I'm going home. I want to go back to my family.
And 6 months now, you go forward 6 months, man. You're in this UIPW show, you're in the match which you weren't supposed to be on to begin with.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And then this match
today I was gonna do something a little different, but I thought,
bring a mystery partner.
Yeah, I was gonna bring a mystery partner, and I was gonna do something a little different. I was gonna get involved. I already had something in mind for me to get involved, but I saw mystery partner. I still don't have. I have somebody in mind, but it's 6 months to the day. 2 weeks ago, when I impromptu just hey, a guy, he couldn't make it. My name was already on the card as manager almost. You know what? Let's see how it works. And after the match, it wasn't too bad. It was sore, like here it kind of hurt.
No, that was my question to you. That was my next question to you. How did you feel after the 6 months, after officially being being in the match?
Yeah.
Where you had your match, you were the tag team partner for this match. How do you feel after 6 months coming out of that?
Well, sometimes then we're stretchy pants. It's for fun. If nobody got that, that's from Nacho Libre.
No, yeah, definitely.
Well, all the jogging I can do, all the CrossFit I can do does not compare to 10, 15 minutes in the ring. I'm not all the way there, the way I was. I'm like maybe 85%, 90, be nice about it, but I'm like 85% there. It doesn't compare. Like, I've been trying to get in the best shape, and today it just showed me I am not. And if it was a one-on-one contest, I would not have been able to pull through. And it just tells me, like, okay, you took 2 steps forward, take 1 step back. Train a little bit more, get a little more serious with your diet, with your training regimen, and then take that other little step forward again and try it again. So it's
you don't want to rush into it. Right?
No, and I can't because I don't. The doctor said I'm supposed to be laid out till the summer. So me doing this is kind of almost like, oh yeah, doctor.
Yeah, you said that. I was
Yeah.
worried for him actually, when he stepped up there,
But it works out. Like the next show I'm gonna have, the next match that I'm advertised to be in is the AWS 5-on-5 women's match. So that's something that, man, when Bart hit me up about it, I was like, oh, whoa, yes, have me on there. I want to be part of it. Last year, I was a big part of it because I advanced pretty far into it. I almost made it to the finals.
I actually bought that video. Yeah, man.
Oh man, I had such. Around that time, I was not having fun wrestling. I was. It was really. It was bothering me. It was like I wasn't enjoying myself. I wasn't having fun wrestling. Doing lucha libre, I wasn't having fun. Doing American style, I wasn't having fun. Anything, I was doing it for the money. And you don't want to be doing that. Especially something that I've loved since I was 6 years old. I remember being a kid watching Ravishing Rick Rude versus Jake the Snake Roberts.
I just finished watching that match, actually, the Ultimate Warrior versus Rick Rude. That was awesome.
Oh, no, but I'm going even before that. I remember seeing the Ultimate Warrior and like all that. And I loved Ultimate Warrior, but I was a Hogan fan, and my favorite wrestler was Brutus.
We're talking.
Now we're gonna get into a fight here about Hogan kicked out.
Well, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for your time. No, I'm kidding. You look like you were actually having fun out there.
No,
With all the crotch bump and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff that I kind of have to get the feel for again. I'll be honest that I'm not watching as much wrestling as I used to. My wife, ever since I got this injury, she would be okay with, oh, you're watching wrestling? Okay, as long as I get to sit down next to you. Now I'm sitting down next to you. Can you please shut that off? I don't want to see that. Anything but wrestling.
Bad memories, huh?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. We went through a lot. I mean, this stuff. I mean, we've gone through some trying stuff before I accepted Christ. We went through some trying stuff, but this was something that, and I myself, being all broken, laying there on the couch, and I can't do anything really else, because if I move around, it really hurts. If I move, the doctor even told me, you need to stay still.
Right now?
Huh?
Right now, do you still hurt? Does it still hurt
Once in a while. But when I was like down, because I had to stay still in order for it to heal, to start healing.
It's hard to stay.
And it's got a few. And so I remember just thinking, God, why did this happen to me? Lord, I'm trying my best to stay faithful. Lord, why did this happen? And then 6 months coming down, I could look back 6 months and say, that's why it happened. That's why God allowed it to happen. Did God do this to me? No, He didn't do this to me, but He allowed it to happen. And I know why. I could see why. Because of all the blessings that went with spending time with your family.
There needed to be a change in your life.
And
I think that all the time away from the ring actually.
And I know I've said it like on my Facebook. Look me up on Facebook and message me if you want. We could talk about My Little Pony. But my daughter, for the first half of the year, that I wasn't really around much. I mean, I was kind of there, but it's not enough to say, oh, I'm driving you to school. Okay, baby, bye. And then hit the gym, try to sleep, go to work at night, come back in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna drive you to school. 30 minutes is not enough to spend with your daughter.
I agree.
And so she was getting B's, she was okay in school. But man, that time I spent with my daughter, all of a sudden, this last report card she got, she's an A+ student. She went from being a B student to an A+ student.
Having that little extra attention.
That little extra time with just me. And I remember my daughter crying, and I gotta admit, I got a little emotional when I had to get back to work. Like, I don't want you to go back to work, Daddy. And I wish that, financially we were well off, that I would say, okay, fine, I'll stay home.
Take a month off.
But financially, I had to get back to work. Especially after this break. we took a hit financially. All the money I make at my job, I would give it to my wife. It's all the families. All the money I'd make wrestling, and I was, you guys have probably seen, well, at least before, that I was wrestling every weekend.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And not just every weekend, but I was wrestling Friday, Saturday, Sunday sometimes, you know. If not, I was wrestling Saturday and Sunday.
And doubling up on certain days.
Yeah, on doubling up certain days. And so I was coming home and I had money in my wallet where, hey, I like what I saw at the store. I think my daughter will love it. And I'd buy her. She's got a bunch of Legos just because I thought she'd like it. Did she like it? Nah.
But does it like them?
Oh yeah, yeah. But the fun part was just sitting there and building the Legos with her. That was our little time together. At least on the weekends when I had some time.
No, but I for one am glad that happened. You know that, you know, personally, you know, from just we had an interview that we did together, and we got to talk a lot about that. And you know, personally, I'm glad that happened in your life. I too feel the same way. I've been disabled for 6 to 8 years, and this time that I've been able to spend with my family is quality time.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm really happy for you as a human being to another man. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Congratulations on coming back to the ring again.
Thank you.
You know, and my last question is when we'll see you again.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be around. That's one of the things that I had in mind, even when I was still messed up. I didn't know if I was gonna come back and wrestle again. That's honest. I didn't know if I was gonna come back and wrestle again.
Right, it must have been difficult though, you know, like, you know, seeing, for example, your cake, you know, your bag, you know, your gear, you know, everything.
I didn't open up my gear bag. I didn't open up my gear bag till like 2 days ago. 6 months. 6 months. It took me 6 months to open up my gear bag, and I was scared that what was gonna be inside, because usually I have an apple and I have you know, something to drink. So when I was like, oh wait, what am I gonna do if I find gusanos, you know, like flies and stuff in it? So I opened it up, and luckily I guess I had eaten the apple and stuff. But I did find a Diet Coke, which I put it in the fridge. I'm waiting for it today when I go home and I have my Fritos and tuna.
That's going to be a victory dance.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you very much, Mr. Hector Canales, for all your time.
Listen, before we let him go, you know, we have a few words for your fans. You know, we have the Lucha Connection, which is a new page where we do interviews, we do the pictures, we promote events, you know. But you have a lot of fans that follow you, and you have any words for them?
Man, not really, but I'll come up with something that I know I've learned. Cherish your family, love your family, tell them you love them, because one day it's all gone. I mean, for one thing, I wish, like when I was messed up and broken, I wish I would have said a few things to some people, because it would have been all gone. I mean, one day, I think I'm on top of the world. I'm sort of on top of the world. At least I'm physically, I'm really fit, this, that, and the other. And then one false step, una equivocación, just one little mistake, and it's over. It's over. It's just over. So you know what? I want to thank you guys, and because I got this opportunity again to say thank you very much for following Lucha Libre, following wrestling, and just making all this stuff happen.
He was our first interview on the Maximum Lucha when we started it, and we needed to get back to him again. Thank you, Hector.
And thank you guys.
Well, thank you so much for your time, brother. Yeah.